happens. Make Jack Manley the new color commentator and see what happens to the cards and letters in the viewership.
Yeah, but you still got 2 years on your contract. I don't want to pay you for 2 years.
I can get out of that.
And there we go, Jack Manley, Gregory Sharpe, his first opportunity at the gold. Gigi Severe.
And look at what an idiot Jack Manley has offered his hand. Like, he'll shake his hand.
He's a sportsman. He's from Alaska.
It's not smart, though. That's just stupid.
You know?
Attaboy, Greg Sharpe. You tell it like it is.
Gregory Sharpe throwing the mouth on him right there. Disco.
Well, he's kind of, he knows when Jack Manley offers his hand, he's not being sincere. Like, they're not friends. You're not going to shake the guy's hand. He knew that Jack Manley was just going to grab his hand and kick him in the gut. There's like cheap shot him before the match. He's smart enough for that. And he's like offended that Jack Manley would even try to shake his hand.
Well,
what Jack Manley's doing by trying to shake his hand and say, look, I know you're stupid, so why don't you shake my hand so I can grab and kick you in the gut? And he's offended by that.
Well, maybe Gregory Sharpe would do that, but Jack Manley is a man of honor. Disco Inferno.
How do you know? How do you know that?
He's a good guy. He shakes hands. He's friendly. It's a good sportsman. I know you're not high on sportsmanship.
I haven't met a lot of good sportsmen from Alaska. I've been to Alaska. Right? It's a high suicide rate in Alaska. People can't stand living there. They kill themselves.
Well, that's why you came to Vegas.
Well, I'm just saying. It's not like a friendly town where people are shaking each other's hands all the time because they're men of honor and gentlemen. It's a miserable town where people are so depressed from living there they kill themselves all the time.
And Jack Manley takes him over. Look at this. 1, 2. Gregory Sharpe is able to kick out once again. Jack Manley going for the quick pin. Nice arm drag takedown. And he's working the arm, and I see Gigi Severe flying by.
That's Tony Clifton. Have you seen Gigi Severe and Tony Clifton at the same place at the same time?
I have not. Sally said when he saw Tony Clifton that Gigi Severe was not there. So,
Interesting.
You may have to look into that.
I am going to look into it. I think it needs to be investigated.
Hopefully you have
a lot of things need to be investigated. First of all, what is FSW going to do about the recklessness of Remy Marcel and Funny Bone causing me to blow out my knee?
Well, again, we watched it on tape a few times, and it just seemed like your knee gave out on you. It didn't seem like there was anything that anybody did to you, Disco.
What are you talking about?
You were being whipped into the turnbuckle.
Recklessly.
And you kind of, I don't know how else you would do it. That's a normal move.
Why would he try to sling me around like that?
That's the object of the match.
No, it's not. It's to wrestle. This is wrestling. Okay, arm bars, headlocks. Don't try to grab your opponent and swing him recklessly where he can take a bad step and blow his knee out like I did.
Well, we've seen that move done hundreds of times, thousands of times in the wrestling business.
Not by me.
Like I said, maybe old age is getting up to you there, Disco. Maybe it's time to hang up the boots.
No, it's why guys like that will never reach the heights that I reach.
Leave it for the young guys.
They're just reckless and they don't care. The people don't want to associate with guys like that. Jerks like that. Jerks like Remy Marcel. Jerks like Funny Bone. The guys are jerks, all right?
Why is it every time you're in the ring with Remy Marcel, something bad happens to you?
Well, you just answered your own question. Because the guy's a reckless schmuck that doesn't know what he's doing in there. So you gotta you gotta compete against him and the fact he doesn't know what he's doing and he might misstep at any time and you might blow a knee out or blow a shoulder out or herniate a disc in your back or anything like that.
Well, first off, you wanted the match, but let's get back to this one.
I didn't want the match. Mike Modest made the match. What are you, a fountain of misinformation on purpose this week?
Jack Manley firing away with the forearms and the big chops. Keep your eye on the prize, Disco. We got a match. We don't want to hear about your groveling about your knee injury that you're trying to blame on somebody else.
So we got a match with Jack Manley.
Defending the No Limits title.
It's a Jack Manley match. What do you want me to say about that? Call your friends in Anchorage and tell them that Jack Manley's on right now.
They can watch it on YouTube. Future Stars Wrestling. Everybody knows.
In Alaska, a couple weeks ago, it was like 37 degrees below zero. All right? That's where this guy's
It's a lot warmer now. It's about
it's
25 degrees.
It's got to freeze your brain at some point, or your. I mean, you don't think fast in conditions like that, you know. Which is why a guy like Jack Manley's always come across to me as kind of like a dope, you know.
Well, you know, he had no problem beating your boy Psycho in the I Quit match.
Yes, he did.
The No Limits title.
That's a flat out lie. How could you say he had no problem? Look at that. Good move by Gigi Severe. Jack Manley tried to kick him and he was protecting himself.
Nice illegal move, hooking the leg.
Well, look at who the referee is. He didn't see it.
Obviously, he didn't see it. He's still
It's 4 eyes. It's 4 eyes to me.
And right now, Gregory Sharpe in command of this No Limits title match, trying to get gold for the first time in his career. And he's come a long way from when we first saw Gregory Sharpe here inside an FSW.
That's what happens when you break into the business and you get better. Of course you get better because you're younger, and as you grow, you improve. So of course he's improved. A lot of guys haven't improved. A lot of guys got worse. A lot of guys stink. You know, a lot of guys never make it. A lot of guys just, you know, they're no better from like the second week they were in the business, and like 3 or 4 years later, and they're wondering why they're not stars. You know?
Oh, believe me, I do.
Some guys got it, and some guys don't.
Gregory Sharpe taking it to Jack Manley, feeling very confident right now.
Greg Sharpe's got it, doesn't he? Jack Manley's more of an anomaly. You know what an anomaly is?
Something that's
not supposed to happen.
Right. And what are you saying, that he was not supposed to be the No Limits champion?
Well, why don't you provide a list of all the great competitors from Alaska? Then I'll let you know the answer to the question right there.
I don't really know any.
There you go.
Ooh. And a big chop by Jack Manley in the forearm, and he's got Gregory Sharpe reeling. Look at that, a whip into the rope, and his knee didn't give out, Disco Inferno.
Oh, what a great move by Greg Sharpe.
Able to keep his balance and put the foot up and square on the face of Jack Manley, and he goes down like a ton of bricks.
That's why guys like Jack Manley, they aren't calculating in the maneuvers. They don't think before they do things. They just, you know, like a thought pops in their head, and they act on it. They don't think, is this going to be something smart to do? Is this going to be something dumb to do? They don't even those thoughts don't go through their head. Which is guys like Jack Manley kind of,
What is Gregory Sharpe doing?
Wow. What a great move.
It took a lot of time, but it seemed to...
Yes, because he thought about it. He thought. Okay, he thinks out there. And when you think, successful things happen to you. When you don't think, like Jack Manley, bad things like this happen to you.
You're right. If he decided to go up the top rope and then he draw it at the fans and then missed, you would complain that the guy missed because he was too busy talking to the crowd.
Why are you dealing with hypotheticals right now? Why don't you deal with what's going on?
Well, I'm just saying. He hit the move, so it was a great move because he took his time. When a guy takes his time and misses, he's stupid because he took too much time.
Well, Jack Manley made a stupid move. Would you agree with that? Keep charging into the guy. The guy obviously had,
Well, he thought he was in control. He thought Gregory Sharpe got. He thought Gregory Sharpe was kind of jarred, and he was going to be able to do what he needed to do. And obviously, he was incorrect. And he paid for it. 1, 2. And once again, Jack Manley, but Gregory Sharpe's right there. The back elbow sends Manley sprawling to the canvas.
I'll tell you what, Jack Manley takes a good beating, I mean, he's a tough SOB. I got to give him that. He's tough. Because when you get beat on a lot and you keep coming back in that's what makes you tough. Tough is beating people up. Tough is like taking it and being able to come back. That's what toughness is.
Well, right now, Gregory Sharpe, he's a guy that we used to talk about in the past, how he would make that one big mistake and it would cost him, but he's learned from those mistakes, and he's put himself in a great position right now to walk away as the No Limits champion.
I agree. That's about the first smart thing you said all night.
Which would make Jack Manley the shortest reigning No Limits champion in the history
Which wouldn't surprise
of
me.
FSW.
Surprise me one bit.
It would be the shortest reigning champion ever.
That wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it would not whatsoever. I mean, he's a fluke, I never said that Jack Manley was going to be something someday, and the fact that he is just shows you what a fluke it is.
Or that you were incorrect about it.
No, absolutely not. Because you just said he might be the shortest reigning champion of all time, which would actually make me be correct.
Because he just won the belt, so if he loses this match, of course he would. And look at that, the running knees by Gregory Sharpe.
He should be out cold.
This could be it. 1, 2.
Another slow count. Unbelievable.
Not a slow count.
When are you going to get rid of this guy? Huh?
And Gregory Sharpe is shaking his head in disgust.
If you don't get rid of this guy soon, I'm going to really get my legal team to make it happen.
We'll look into it for you, Disco.
He's costing Greg Sharpe this match. You've seen it.
Well, obviously you've had your issues with him. And I know he's on the watch list of Michael Myers. And you enlightened him to it, Disco Inferno. Ooh. And firing back, we got Gregory Sharpe and Jack Manley.
There we go.
And Gregory Sharpe getting the best of the exchange.
Covered up like a sissy. Look at that. What a sissy Mary Jack Manley is.
He is covering up, trying to put up some good defense to stop. And now he is firing back at Gregory Sharpe.
Oh, come on, Greg.
Nails him with the clothesline. And down goes Sharpe once again as Jack Manley trying to get the crowd behind him. Beautiful spine buster. And he is setting up Gregory Sharpe, trying to put him away as Gigi Severe is trying to encourage Gregory Sharpe to get up off the mat.
I can't believe that Jack Manley came back.
And Jack Manley is climbing to the top rope.
Oh, my God. A spear off the top rope.
Looks like both guys got kind of nailed as he was going for the flying clothesline. Gregory Sharpe knew it was coming. And Gregory Sharpe was able to, I guess, deflect it a little bit.
I guess.
1, 2.
Another slow count. This is unbelievable. His shoulders were down.
They were down. They were down for 2.5. Gregory Sharpe, he cannot believe it. He thinks this match is over. He doesn't know what he's got to do to beat Jack Manley.
Well, just get a referee that can count fast enough, and he should have beat him already. He should be the champion.
And he is trying to finish him off here inside the FSW arena and become the new No Limits champion.
Here we go. Here we go.
And look at this. Jack Manley reverses it. As Gregory Sharpe was trying to finish him off. And Sharpe is trying to fight it. But Manley has got him up.
Oh, my God.
And over the top with the suplex. And this could be it, Disco. The cover.
Right in the back of his head.
1, 2.
No.
And once again, Gregory Sharpe's able to tap, is able to kick out.
Oh, no.
But look at this. He has got it locked in.
Oh, no, don't tap. Come on.
And Gregory Sharpe taps out. As Jack Manley, look at the crowd. They are all clapping as they are excited to see Jack Manley defend the No Limits title.
Look at that. He doesn't know how to work the hard camera. Go figure.